Now send money to the Philippines with no fees. Transfer money to GCash, Cash Pickup, and banks in the Philippines. SendWave is a fee-free app to help overseas foreign workers and Filipinos living abroad send more of their hard-earned money back home. SendWave is available in the USA, Canada, and parts of Europe to send money to the Philippines with zero remittance fees and rapid transfers. Enjoy free credit by entering promo code Paco to get a free $20 credit on your first transfer. To sign up, please click the link on the description below or anywhere you see on the screen. So what are you waiting for? Download the SendWave app right now. Rejuvenate your smile with Dr. Lourdes Capelong's comprehensive range of dental solutions. Along with general dentistry, Dr. Capelong specializes in cosmetic dentistry, including teeth whitening, bonding, dental veneers, and surgical crowns. Whether it's urgent care or preventive treatment, she'll take care of you and your smile. To schedule an appointment, call the clinic at area code 323-257-7582.
Visit abateservices.com for fast medical transcription service. This podcast episode is brought to you by AB Music Creative.
And the podcast will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, finally here on the podcast, tagal-tagal ko nung gustong i-dissect tong kaibigan ko na to eh. Mr. Rasec Marc Ortega!
Thank you for having me, Paco.
Finally!
I've been looking forward to this moment actually.
Me too. And you know why? Because I've always wanted to champion the new artist. The new artist in my book has all the guts, all the dreams. They're putting it all on the line.
Oh yeah.
They believe in themselves, right? Then I hear all the songs that they've been doing. These artists, I'll shout out to Clarence De Dios, also Marvin Morales, Kenneth Lorente, and a whole bunch of other artists na bago sa eksena rito here in Southern California, or even in the States particularly. They all have stories. One common person who they always mention is you.
I'm honored, honestly.
And when I listen to the songs, because how it happens is JJ, Buen Camino, and I, we produce, we write, we arrange. We're also artists like you, right? And then we ask them, the sound. It sounds so nice. It sounds so. Is this a collab or who helped you with this album? And they all say si Rasec Marc, and I'm like, I want to talk to this guy. So, what got you into doing this? Are you an artist first or a producer first? What are you first?
I feel like it did happen both at the same time, because I was a songwriter in the beginning, and let's talk about it goes all the way back to 12 years old when I was 12. Just like going through the complexities of the drama in high school, I had no one to talk to necessarily, no one to express or make sense of these feelings that I have been feeling. And so I pour it onto a piece of paper. I would write all of these songs. I would try and express my emotions through a piece of paper. And then all throughout high school, maybe a little bit of until now, I would miss out on all of these parties because I would choose to stay in my bedroom and sing to walls. That's how it happened first for me. And then all of a sudden I've been hearing of everyone's music and radio, and I'm like, how can I listen to myself? How I have all of these songs, but I just point and shoot a camera on me, but I want it to be like an official, professional, tangible song.
How old were you by this time?
15.
Okay, so from 12 to 15. A cappella with an instrument, what's the deal there?
I already started playing the guitar at age 11.
What compelled you? Let's go back. So what made you want to play the guitar?
I started off playing the piano at age 5.
By force.
By force, yes. They really wanted me to learn the song, and to learn the piano, just to learn something basically. But age 11 was when I was just so bored out of my life, sitting in this living room because I feel like I was grounded.
How many kids? How many siblings do you have?
There's four of us, and I'm the eldest.
Oh, it must have been bad for the other three. If it's bad for you, it's worse for them.
Oh, it got easier for them.
Oh,
actually.
really?
So
Wow.
I took all of the weight and the and the palo and stuff.
Okay.
And then it became more lenient. But yeah, I was just bored out of my life because my grandma took away like my Nintendo and I couldn't play. And so in my head I'm like, what am I going to do with my life now? And there's
At
this
11,
random,
huh?
At age 11, and there's this random acoustic guitar hanging on our wall. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just grab this guitar and
Let me stop you there. A guitar randomly hanging on the wall.
yeah.
I've always wanted that. You as an 11-year-old kid, fixture yan eh. Before the day you decided to pick it up, it was a fixture on the wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the guitar wasn't there, would you have looked for the guitar, or would you have stayed stagnant with the piano?
I think I really do not know how my life would have been if it wasn't for that fixture right there.
There you go.
It just so happened to be there. It was just sitting there waiting for that moment to happen, you know?
Okay, continue. So you picked it up.
Because like a lot of materials have been prepared for me without me even realizing it. So my dad actually did buy that guitar for me. I never paid attention to it. He also bought this book of chords for me to learn as well, and I never paid attention to it. But just that one specific moment right there, I was just bored. Grabbed the guitar and opened like the chords and just landed on a basic C chord. I tried to align my fingers onto the frets and the strings, and when I just strummed it once, and this symphony of untuned strings. I didn't know how a C was supposed to sound like. It was untuned. It vibrated and it resonated in me, and for some reason I felt tingles down my lower back, and I'm like, oh wow.
11, huh? 11.
I want to do music for the rest of my life.
11.
11, and I never stopped from there.
So finally, wait, when you started picking up the guitar, is your dad still around?
Yes, he's still with us.
So when your dad saw what you were doing, did it put a smile on his face?
I'm sure it probably did. Yeah, I don't know. I just have not really paid attention to like how family was reacting around me and stuff. I guess I was in my own world, you know.
Okay. So 11, you started playing the guitar, right? 12, you started writing lyrics.
Writing lyrics.
How old were you when you knew you could sing?
I feel like it's almost like until now I'm still quite unsure if I could still even sing, to be honest. I mean, because like the intention for me was really to just dive deep into music. Really, I never really had the intention of like becoming a singer, becoming a frontman, or whatever that is. I just really like the idea of writing songs, creating songs, and for some reason, these songs that I do write are songs that they feel like excuse me, it's like a message that is very specific for me to share, you know. So I am like, I have done songwriting for other people to sing as well, but there are these specific songs where it's like, this is something that only I can tell, you know, something like that. And so I just kept on singing, and I got better over time, I guess, but I never really found a moment where I'm like, yeah, I know how to sing for sure.
So okay, so now you're writing songs. Now you're playing songs. Now you're substituting parties for just noodling or creating songs in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
When you actually realize that, you know, these songs have to be out there, what was the next step after that? Kasi you were just singing to yourself, di ba?
Yeah. Oh
and,
yeah.
And then you figure out, no, there's got to be another way. These materials have to be recorded.
Mm-hmm. So that was way back in the Philippines, and at age 16 was when I relocated here, and then I went through this long period of time where I guess I did not do much, but because that was like a really specific season for me to learn about something else apart from music.
What was that something else?
Let's call it character development.
Okay. Before we go to character development, where were you in the Philippines? Which part of the Philippines were
Bohol.
you? Bohol. Tagbilaran.
Tagbilaran City.
Best place.
I know.
Divine Grace ka. Divine Grace. Divine World? Divine Grace. There's a school there that Divine World? Yeah, Divine World.
Mm-hmm.
Your voice played Tagbilaran.
Oh, no way.
Oh my God. It was like a big line, talagang 2 blocks. One of the best places that we ever played in was Bohol.
Wow.
RD Alba, direct RD Alba, who is
I know RD Alba.
from Bohol.
Oh yes. Actually, we did reconnect like a few months ago because I just found out that he actually was from the same high school that I graduated from.
What high school was this?
Bohol Wisdom School.
Okay.
So yeah, we met at Starbucks and freaking talked for 4 hours.
Right?
Straight. Yeah.
So much guts, not to name the school Wisdom School.
Bohol Wisdom School. It's a Chinese school as well, so they taught a little bit of Mandarin.
I don't have any wisdom teeth. I actually only had one.
Until now?
Yeah, the other 3 never grew. Talk about no wisdom, no?
My entire 4 has already been taken out all in one sitting.
Impacted?
Yeah.
Okay, so 16, you had to go to the States.
Yeah.
What was it like to be uprooted at that age? First, introvertish ka na nga sa school.
Mm-hmm.
Tapos ngayon, hinata ka pa to move away from the place that you grew up in. Was it a blessing or a curse? This was before character development. I just want to know what was going through your head before this.
Oh, I was excited. And at the same time, I felt cool.
Reset button.
That I get to be in the U.S. But man, as soon as I stepped in here, and then I got to experience a little bit of actually understanding that I have to start from scratch, because I never really thought that I actually have to start from scratch. That's when I'm like, this place sucks. I want to go back home. I don't like it here. But it was very difficult actually. I went through a long period of loneliness and depression and a lot of stagnancy as well. The only thing that I could do really was just eat, sleep, and play video games.
What were your parents saying?
They were busy providing for us, so it was not... Here's the thing, I'm not like as close as far as like communication with my parents.
Both of them?
Both of them. So like we don't necessarily talk.
Is there an understanding though?
Yeah.
Like...
What do you mean by understanding?
Like, we're cool. We're cool.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't
cool.
need to...
Yeah. We'll eat together at a dining table, and that's the most intimate thing we'll ever do as a family. Yeah, we cool.
and that's always been the way it was.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Which is why in high school, like, I just really never have found people for me to be vulnerable in front of. And that's also another word that I have never really understood. Vulnerability. I just knew you cry, you show emotion, you're weak. That's just the only thing I've understood really. So like as far as like facing your emotions, facing your hurdles and challenges, you do none of that. Because why? It will bring out these emotions in you, and then you will be weak. So I was the type of person who had the mindset of like, just like run away or like turn your back on these things that you have been going through.
But the lyrics say otherwise.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I guess involuntarily, subconsciously, that's where I just found a way for me to
Tear the walls, break the walls. That
yeah,
dun na lang.
yeah, to be human. Yeah.
Up to now?
No. Oh,
Oh, yan na yung character development. Ayan na.
that Rasec Marc was so different. We're talking about a completely different person here. So,
Like full of angst.
yeah. Yeah. Very
So ang teenage years mo was pretty dark.
pretty dark. Pretty sad without me even knowing it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, what was the straw that broke the camel's back for you to actually say enough is enough? Was this during the character development journey already? Ito na ba yung iyong Valley of the Shadow of Death na, you know what, there's got to be a change or else I'm just gonna go down that rabbit hole and baka hindi na ako masalba.
All throughout life, I've had many moments where I've told myself enough is enough, and then it all came from different levels. First was because like let's put this character, let's give this first character
Yeah.
development a struggle, a specific
Sige.
struggle, and that was the inability to communicate.
Right. Kasi nga, you introvertish ka growing up eh.
And on top of that, graduating from my high school, we were known for having a very strict English campaign. So they would think that everyone from Bohol Wisdom School knows how to speak English.
Right.
And I thought about that as well. So my thinking was, if as soon as I come over here, I am flawless. I am flawless. I can talk to anyone. But no, I would be talking to non-Filipino people and they would be speaking so fast, and I'm like, yeah, like I have no, I can't keep up with the conversation, you know.
Tapos may idiomatic expressions pa
Yes,
that are very different from our own idiomatic
very
expressions,
much so.
right?
Yeah, and the humor is also very culturally different. So like when I say something in translation to English and no one's gonna laugh and it's so awkward.
I remember going into the elevator and my first year, my first time in the States was in 1995. Tapos, as a tourist, right? So, walked in the elevator. Tapos sabi ng isang tao, how are you? Sabi ko
Yeah.
talaga, I kidded. I go, I'm fine, thank you. Kasi sa Pilipinas, di ba?
That's what we say.
Di, right?
That's what we say.
Teacher goes, how are you? You answer, I'm fine, thank you, right?
Yeah.
It's not good. What's up?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's one time for me. One time I was driving by myself here in the US, and I wanted McDonald's so bad. And I had no one with me, but I wanted to go through the drive-through.
Okay.
But I was so nervous. I was so scared to go through the drive-through because I know I have to talk to a box.
Yes.
And rely on nothing but my ability to communicate.
Yes.
Which was non-existent at that time. So I mean I still had to go through it because I want McDonald's fries. I want burgers, you know? And so I'd be can you give me the I want the burger patty please with the large fries.
I remember those days. Yeah, like guys, sa totoo lang sa Amerika talaga, you have to wear an accent or you have to hide your accent pag may kausap, 'di ba? Pag may kausap tayong ibang mga tao, we really have to round our accent depending on who we're talking to.
That's true.
But when among Filipinos, it's like, oh, kumusta? How are you? How are you? But when a non-Filipino comes to the room, how are you?
Yeah. And then when they start telling you stories
Yeah.
and you don't really understand what they're saying because they're speaking way too fast, you just you just say, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow. Wow, yeah.
Really?
So do you want to go to McDonald's or do you like In-N-Out more? Yes.
Yeah.
That's what happens to me a lot.
So that was the first struggle, communication.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Did you get frustrated, really frustrated to the point na parang you had to question yourself na useless pala ito pinag-aaralan ko sa Pilipinas eh? So may anger na kasama yon kasi
Yeah.
frustration eh. Tapos may
Yeah.
anger. What happened?
I remember that day. I played video games for 5 hours straight, and I could not win a single game.
What game
And-
was this?
It's like it's a version of Dota 2.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was just so frustrated, and after rage quitting, I just thought to myself like, what am I really doing with my life? I've been here for 2 years in the U.S. now, and I still have no friends, still could not communicate, and I have done nothing but just play video games, sleep, and eat.
And what were your 3 siblings doing this whole 2 years?
They were going through school.
So
Yeah.
may mga friends. So may social life sila.
Yes, they do have social lives, and they had it easier for sure. Yeah, because they already have adjusted better than I did, and so in that moment was when I like decided for myself that I don't want this for myself anymore, and so what I did is I took a shower, so I could go to the Santa Anita Mall.
Yeah.
But I already know Santa Anita Mall. I go there just so I could approach strangers and speak English. And I just start off with, excuse me, where is the CR? What is CR? The restroom. Even if I know where the restroom is, I just really
Yeah.
wanted to talk to someone.
Yeah.
And then so I started to like expand into like how's your day, and then with a very thick accent and stuff, and then start.
I hope it's not by the
friends.
playground, kasi that's
Oh, no.
creepy.
No. I would just be walking around.
You know,
And,
dito sa States, so it's so weird. The older you get, the farther you have to be from the playground if you're not with a kid.
oh yeah. Applies to men only though.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll go. So tapos you talk to strangers and then...
I really just started putting myself out there.
Okay.
I really just stopped staying in my comfort zone.
So how old were you? 17, 18?
17, 18. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
tanda mo, you left the guitar in the Philippines, huh?
Well, I also did have a guitar here.
Again, your dad just hung a guitar.
So I still did have, well, actually, apart from like the rotation that I've been doing of sleep, eat, and video games, occasionally, actually a lot of moments as well, I would lock myself in my room and also produce songs, create covers, and sing.
How'd you get the guitar?
My dad provides everything for me.
You just say, hey, Dad,
Yeah.
deep voice. I need a guitar. Is that how you
I don't remember.
How do you talk to your dad? Like, hey, Dad.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the magical thing is like I don't remember asking my dad for anything really. But it's almost like he just knows when I need something.
Galing, no?
So before I knew about like music production, he actually did go to Guitar Center and bought like a Pro Tools.
Our guitar center there.
Yeah, Pasadena.
Uh-huh.
So he would buy like a condenser microphone, Pro Tools, and then a audio interface, and then just give it to me. You know, and I didn't really ask for it.
So how does he, na-imagine ka na tuloy si Mr. Ortega, like, does he just grunt and go, wow?
No, is
Kasi hindi kayo nag-uusap di ba? So
Yeah.
parang feeling ko, parang movie na somber music. Oh. And then ikaw naman, thanks.
yeah, it would be close to that really.
Sobra talaga.
Yeah, it would be close to that. It's just like here you go. And I'm like, okay, what is this for? But thank you. And yeah, I mean, I've created a lot of terrible recordings.
But still,
But
diba?
still, that was a start that has to happen first. So, yeah, everything just lines up well as far as like the things that he would provide for me without me asking for it, and then all of a sudden it would make sense to me. Looking back into it, looking at it in retrospect, all of these things that he has provided for me actually did give me solace in
Nice.
within these trials that I have been going through.
Your mom, your dad, are they musicians?
No, my dad sings.
Okay.
My mom is not a musician.
Who's so mas nagbibigay ng subliminal encouragement ang daddy mo kaysa
Oh
sa mami mo?
yes. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So now, 17, 18, you would do this. And then what made you say enough is enough?
I've had a lot of enough is enough moments, really. Yeah, but the first step was really for me to go to the mall and just speak to strangers, ask them where the restroom is, even if I know where the restroom is, and yeah, and then 19, 20, and then early 20s was a level up of like the problems that I have to break down. And
Pero ang galing, at least ikaw mismo, you're taking the initiative to break down walls para maka-experience ka ng breakthrough. Kasi other people will just sidestep it eh. Yan parang, never mind. But you would challenge yourself.
I mean, I would actually sidestep as well. I mean, I feel like it's just natural for humans to avoid
Right.
conflict, you know, or vulnerability. And I did, but there were really specific moments where I just told myself enough is enough, and I allowed myself to fail. I allowed myself to look silly and vulnerable, you know, just and I did not know it at that time, but those were very like pivotal moments that actually made me become the person that I am.
What was the
today.
takeaway at that time? Like during your moments of vulnerability or just, you know, be self-deprecating ng mga panahon na yon. What was the silver lining experiencing that? Because it's hard eh. It's hard to actually point the finger at you eh, di ba? Parang
Yeah,
ganun.
yeah, very much
So when you started doing it, was it liberating na parang, okay.
Oh yeah, I learned a lot about myself. I've acknowledged a lot of patterns that I did not know I have been doing for most of my life. And then when I started slowly correcting all of these mindsets, it was when I really saw my life turn around into a life that I am just so proud of. Like a very fulfilling life and filled with purpose.
You knew.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Finding your purpose was only the beginning, no?
Oh yeah.
Pero the journey to finding your purpose was a story in and of itself also.
Painful
No?
story indeed.
Would you recommend people go through that path?
I feel like everyone is going to have to go through that.
Going to
regardless.
have obligation mo
Yeah,
talagang
and
daanan
I feel
yun.
like just pain is inevitable, struggle is inevitable, but our reaction and our decisions amidst those stormy seasons is what's really going to make an impact in our life. So I truly believe that people should definitely allow themselves to fail, allow themselves to get hurt, and also bleed the right way.
Explain the sentence, bleed the right way, the phrase bleed the right way.
When I am bleeding, or let's say
Figure
when
of
I am,
speech yan
yes,
eh, diba?
yes. When I am
Sabi ko, konti.
no, oh
Sabi
no,
ni
that's
Rasec Marc.
nope. no, none of that at all.
Okay, amen. Nililinaw ko lang. Okay.
But when I would be in a season of pain, easily
Ooh.
I could run to video games. I could run to alcohol. Any vice that would
Right.
definitely be there to just
Numb.
like put a
Yeah.
band-aid on
Yeah.
me. But the wound is still going to be there.
Right.
So I really have to bleed the right way and just let myself feel let myself be present in this season of pain, so I can start looking at things instead of running away from things, you know.
Yun na yung breakthrough nga, no? Galing.
Yeah, like why am I here? Why do I feel depressed? Why am I miserable about my life? Why is my life filled with so much anxiety? easily I could have just, oh my gosh, I feel anxious. Let me go do something. Let me escape this. Let me go to the bottle. Let me go to the video games. Let me go to, I don't know, my girlfriend, you know? But I could instead choose to really look at myself, as painful as that moment could be. Like, why? Why am I feeling this way? And what I have found out is that a lot of moments, the only way for you to find out is when you actually start shedding tears.
Eto na yun.
But as you are shedding tears, you feel like this weight is just being lifted off
Right.
of you. And all of a sudden you know, you understand what's going on.
Isipin mo, no? Nung bata ka, you had a different connotation and different impression of what crying meant.
Oh, definitely.
And then 180, all of a sudden you understood na crying meant just throwing that heavy burden off your shoulder. No?
Yeah. It's more of like you finally allowed yourself to look at your emotions, your struggles, and let yourself, once again, I'm gonna say it, bleed the right way.
Yeah. So now, after you've bled, may period of enlightenment yan eh, dahil tapos ka na eh, di ba? It's a cycle or wave, depende how you want to say it. What production do you do? Like, how do you make, what productivity comes out of that? Kasi may ano yan eh, may phoenix yan, may lumalabas dyan after that. Do you go to music? Do you go to art? Or do you paint? Do you do those things, or is it just music?
No, music definitely. But I guess the phoenix that rose from the dust was a Rasec that was finally able to form friendships, groups of friendships, and also a girlfriend. You know, like I finally found a community that just fills me with love and friendship and relationships, and I don't feel as intimidated anymore.
Ang galing, no? So now, you have a network and you have a reputation without even thinking of having a reputation. You have a nice reputation, okay, in the music community. Was this by chance, by design, or feeling mo this is like what you just said, byproduct to ng just being true to yourself, being authentic to yourself? Because the non-disclosure vulnerability, that's not authentic eh. Kasi nga, di ba? Hindi mo pinapakita, pero naman pinapakita ng mga kanta mo. And then finally, nag-align na yung emotions mo
Yes,
sa produkto. Yes. Did you feel na okay, this is me? Or did you go, wait. Teka, dito muna. That's not supposed to be me. Ano nangyari after that?
No, it definitely is a byproduct of all of these things that I have learned, I guess. Yeah. Because after letting go of all of these inhibiting mindsets was when I found out that I could actually write better music now. I could actually produce better because my core is like somehow aligned to how I actually really wanted to go about life, you know.
Authentic na eh,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Nothing to hide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Nothing to hide. Not at all. And but as far as the reputation, I don't necessarily think about like keeping a reputation or anything. I firmly just believed in these talented artists and musicians that I am being surrounded by, and to the best of my ability, if I could help them, then I would love to like support them as much as I can. And that's really the only thing that I've been doing. That's the only thing that
Right.
I would be paying attention to.
Do you approach them or do they approach you? Do you approach them going, excuse me, where's the CR?
Do you need a song
Do you need a
to record in my studio?
No, but how do you approach them or do they approach you?
Do I approach them? It almost happens like it's just like a very
Conversation.
natural crossroad, you know? It's like they kind of thought of it, I kind of thought of it, and then it just happened, you know? Especially for example, Clarence,
Yeah.
like yeah, she would ask me but deep down I also wanted to ask her as well, you know? Yeah, cuz like I think I know what changes to do for this song, and let's try doing this. And she's like, you know what? I've also been meaning to ask you. So yeah, let's go through it. And then all of a sudden, magic happens, and
Right.
and then now, 4 videos later, now she's
Diba? And she just dropped a song, right?
oh yeah, she just dropped a song, and now she opened for December Avenue in Zactabudlo.
Galing. Ang galing. Nakakatuwa, no? And I want people to recognize what you're doing for the community, yourself included. Because you're not doing it in the Philippines, you're actually doing it here in the States. You're not doing it in Hollywood, you're actually doing it within your own community. And ang maganda, ang community natin is growing
Oh yeah.
and we're all growing with it.
Oh yeah.
Ang galing. When you see, would we see a time wherein you'll really be grooming an artist and just probably, because there will come a time you'll have to pick and choose. Do I focus on myself as an artist, or do I use my God-given talent and just focus on being a kingmaker?
I guess let's call that the dilemma that I am going through right now.
Oh, let's talk about that dilemma.
I've also been really thinking about the future and how I really want it to look like. Because for me, I do want to become an artist.
What's stopping you?
What's stopping me are just these doubts if I would ever make it as an artist.
How will we find out if we don't push that boundary again?
Yeah,
diba?
yeah, definitely. It's just, like after releasing a bunch of like music videos and songs and stuff like that, it almost feels like there will always be more response when it comes to helping other people instead of releasing my own songs. And I guess in a way, because like for example, like Ryan Tedder, the singer
there's
of
One
One
Republic,
Republic,
yeah.
yes, he produces songs for other people. He writes
Maroon
songs for other.
5.
Yes,
Bali
but at the
Bali,
same
yeah.
time, he has his own
Yes.
project that he believes
Yes.
in. One Republic, his own
Yes.
band, and he goes on tour. And so, like ideally, that's the future that I would like for myself.
Why?
But-
Alam ko na kung ano ang ano. Kung nasa ng disconnect.
What?
That should be the present, not the future. Think about it. That's the future that you like. Di
Yeah.
ba? But that's you now in the present. Kanye did it the other way. Kanye was a producer first and then he became the artist. Ikaw habang bata ka pa, be the artist. Which means something's gotta give. Uunahin mo yung sarili mo. Yung mga songs na sinabi mong para sa'yo, those songs have to come out through you. Not in the future, pero dapat now. It's like Rico Blanco being the artist and the producer. Now he's a more effective producer because he actually really made his mark as an artist. Eli Buendia, di ba?
Oh yeah,
Raymond Marasigan, those people,
legends right there.
papunta ka dun eh.
I'm excited. I am definitely filled with excitement and still really grateful for how like my life is right now. I really have nothing but gratitude and I just acknowledge all of the blessings that I am living in right now, you know. But yeah, these songs that I am going to release this year for sure. Like I know my intention behind it. I know who the specific person that I want to appreciate in the form of releasing these songs. Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. Yes, but
Diba?
but it's natural, I guess. In a way, I'm still, and I don't think the feeling ever goes away of like, you know, just having doubts and questioning yourself every now and then, you know. But I feel the fulfillment when I help my friends, and I feel just as good when I start writing my own songs and recording them and then start releasing them out into the world to listen.
Ang galing mo. Kasi you have a giving heart eh. Feeling ko lang, that giving heart of yours can be detrimental also. What's your opinion on my take? Because feeling ko pag may humingi sa'yo ng tulong habang may ginagawa ka, tutulungan mo yung taong humingi ng tulong eh.
You're like a laser pointer right now. You're just hitting the target. in so many ways, and I have said this to my friends for the past few days and weeks now. Bro, I barely have time to write my own songs to work on my own songs because I'm doing this for this person right now. Yeah, you're right.
and then ang masama rito, which is maganda pero masama, pero maganda pero masama. Pag nakita mong nakangiti yung taong tinulungan mo at the expense of working on your own song, pag nakita mo nakangiti yung taong tinulungan mo, yung fulfillment, ganun din eh. Nakakaramdam ka rin ng,
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like I feel good and bad at the same time. You know, it's like, bro, spread your wings. Yes. Okay. When am I gonna do my songs? You know. Yeah. That's me right now.
How do you get over you? Kasi hindi lang yan sakit mo eh. Sakit yan ng maraming tao na mapagbigay. Yung mga benevolent na people who will put other people first. Minsan ito na nga lang kakainin nila, ibibigay pa nila sa
ibang tao. Yeah. Yeah. Kasi, you know, I actually, there's a saying that I live by, and I don't know where I got this, but I truly believe that the only way for you to be selfless in this world is for you to be selfish. I don't think you can fully serve the world.
Again, repeat that. The only way for you to be
selfless in this world is for you to be selfish.
Damn.
Because in so many ways, you could effectively serve the world if you would serve yourself.
Right.
You could also find how you define how you want to contribute to the world when it also serves you.
Correct.
So for me, that is through music. I really want to serve the world through music.
Whose music?
Everyone's music, including mine. But by making music, it actually does serve me as well.
Right.
Because I know how it feels to be in a field where it's only meant to serve myself only.
Yeah.
But it doesn't serve me anymore because I'm not. That's not how I, define how I want to contribute to the world. It's like a weird
paradox.
Yeah, it's a weird paradox, really. Because I went to college for networking and communications engineering, which is absolutely nothing. That has nothing to do with music, but I went there for, I guess, selfish reasons because I only want the money right there, the stability. Right. But the counterproductive thing about going for that is that I have now feel this misalignment in me. I don't feel like I am serving myself. I don't feel like I am serving the world as well.
Pero ikaw na nga nagsabi, kaya do you have a day job? Is it aligned with the course that you took in college, communication and network? What was that?
I dropped out of that college. I dropped out of it.
Do you have a day job now?
My day job is music production.
Oh, there you go. I guess you had to take that course to actually validate.
There was another character development right there on that college
I
season
want to
right
hear.
there.
I want to hear that. Ano nangyari doon?
Kasi, during college, I knew that I love music, but I never really fully defined upon myself that I am gonna go for music.
Why?
Typical Filipino household. Rasec, go to college and then get a job, and then that's your stability, and then you will use that to fund your hobby,
Which is music.
But music to me is not a hobby.
Me too. Yeah.
I want that to be my life. But I know they are speaking out of love.
Right. Buti
And-
hindi ka pinag-nurse.
Oh my gosh. Mauna
that was
pa ako
another-
sa pasyente. If I would saw a drip of blood and I'm like, now they have to save me as a nurse. No, thank you. I would be the worst nurse in the world for sure.
Okay, so finally nag-drop out ka ron. What was the conversation like with your parents when you dropped out?
Oh, it was messy. It was messy, actually.
Oh, so now finally you get to hear your dad and mom talk.
Oh yeah, yeah. Cause let me share to you the story of how it led up to that moment. In college, I just knew for some reason like my life is just so miserable. I just know that there's this weight
Yeah.
in my chest,
Yeah.
and I don't know why. I feel so lost, as if I am just aimlessly floating down the river and just let life happen to me. And I had a girlfriend at that time. She wanted to watch One Republic
Right. At the Hollywood?
at the Hollywood Bowl, opened by The Script.
Yeah.
And
Oh, did you get to watch it?
she asked me first, like, do you want to come and watch with me?
Did you say no?
I said no.
I was there.
You were there?
Yeah.
She said no. But then another friend came along and was like, guys, are you going to watch the concert? And she's like, I am, but Rasec is not. You know what? How about this? I will sit with you at the front row and I will give my ticket to Rasec as for his birthday gift. So somehow,
Wait, why didn't you want to go?
cause money? I don't know. Cause I wanted to save up for something that I didn't even know what I was saving up for. I don't know. I just did not. I have never seen a concert, so I never really, for lack of better word, believed in it. Yeah,
alam-
as a musician, right? Saying that.
Alam mo kung anong nararamdaman mo? It's not that. It's you'd rather be the guy on stage than the guy watching. Kasi pag sinabing, tutugtog ka eh. Oh, game, saan tayo pupunta?
Oh, yeah.
Di ba?
Yeah,
Pero
but-
pag sinabing manonood ka, di ba, lakayin
Yeah,
na
but
lang.
that was the Rasec that has never really fully allowed
Yes.
himself to pursue it, you know?
Yes,
So I
yes.
guess deep down there was like some sort of, I don't know, frustration. Like, why would I watch someone else when I could,
Exactly,
Yeah,
di ba?
but screw that Rasec.
Yes. Okay.
But so somehow the world has conspired for me to be in that concert.
So you were there.
And so I was there.
Ganda, no? Did you see that part where the singer of the script took the phone and...
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Oh, they were very funny. They were very funny. But so mind you, I have not seen a concert yet. So I had no expectations.
Right.
After I saw the script, I'm like, wow, these guys are amazing. They sound so good.
Tight.
Yeah. And after their set, One Republic comes.
Yeah.
This band that I know was good, but I never really cared for yet because I haven't really seek out their music yet.
Ryan Tether and his color changing upright piano. Di ba?
Yes. Oh, yeah. So as they were starting their set, they sounded phenomenal.
Yeah.
Ryan Tedder was flawless. And then there's this one specific moment in their set where the rest of the band members leave the stage. Stage is dark. And then a spotlight beams on the upright piano that they have. In walks Ryan Tedder and starts doing this grand piano solo on a C minor key to transition into their next song, which was Apologize.
Yes.
As he was running his fingers up and down, I was taken. It's almost like my soul was just taken. And then I was forced to look at myself in retrospect and ask myself, like, Rasec, what have you really been doing with your life?
Grabe, no? Nadadali talaga ikaw ng key of C, no? Nung 11 years
I
old.
just
ka, di ba?
realized that now, actually.
Ring.
Yeah.
Woo! This
Yeah.
is what I want to do.
And Apologize was on a C minor.
minor.
Yeah.
Medyo melancholic, pero this is my life.
Yeah.
Alam mo kung ano sabi ni God?
What?
See?
I will make you see. There you go.
Okay, tapos?
But in that moment specifically, I got to realize that I really have not been letting myself choose my own decisions, go for my own decisions.
Tama,
I've been-
this was the prelude to your conversation with your parents na una yung One Republic na concert bago mo yung conversation with mom
Oh yeah.
and dad. Okay,
Oh yeah.
Oh, tapos?
Definitely. So that was like, I guess, the first time that I have made the decision to not just stay in the passenger seat of my own life, but relocate to the driver's seat and start driving my own life and take control, really. And
Alam mo, no, let me stop you there because I just had an epiphany. Good analogy, you know why? Pag passenger ka, daming frustrations because ang dami mong gustong puntahan, pero gusto mong kumanan, pero kakaliwa yung sasakyan. And then nakatingin ka na lang sa kanan. And then napapaganon ka na lang
Yeah, it's
because
like
wala
you-
kang choice kundi pumunta sa kaliwa and dire-diretso.
parang you're just letting life bring you wherever. Like,
Yeah.
you're not making your own decisions. You don't go for what you want.
Right.
And then you'd end up in places where you did not expect to be.
Or where you do not want to be, di ba?
Or where you don't want to be.
Okay, so
Definitely.
tapos. So finally, teka, yung enlightenment mo nangyari habang tumutugtog yung Apologize?
Yes. As my face was, as I was crying for sure. And so, the next day, dropped out of college without telling my parents.
Ang ganda ng sarap na feeling, no?
Sarap ng feeling. Yeah. Especially the part yung nag-aaway kami, so I had to move out.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
wait.
well-
Nag-drop out ka muna ng college. Okay. So, after that, where'd you go when you dropped out of college? Did you go to McDonald's? What'd you do? Kasi ako, I remember when the teacher said, my prof, sabi niya, we have to kick you out because I failed 21 units. Allowed ka lang sa LaSalle Taft. I had the double major, 23 units. So baksak na ako ng basta binaksak ko lahat to the point na wala silang choice except to kick me out. That was the best day of my life.
Wow.
Why, nung nagbabay ako because I didn't want to go to college. Mami ko lang ang may gusto at saka daddy ko ang may gusto mag-college ako. And totoo, punta ako McDonald's. Alam mo yung Big Mac kinakain sa ko. Oh, wow.
I was still at the admissions office. So after they told me na I am out of college na, I just sat I think that was just sa hallway nila, my bench dun or wherever I was, but I was sitting on a bench dun sa school. And I was just like really like look, like I just thought of what I actually just did. I dropped out of college. But man, it felt I felt like I was floating in the clouds. But at the same time, I know I was gonna die.
Of course. and actually be in the clouds.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah, it felt so light. I felt like I actually made the right choice for
Kasi
myself.
yeah, from that point on, kahit ano ng desisyon ng gawin mo, ikaw na responsible nun eh.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Tapos, when you went home,
Yun.
you told them.
Yeah.
Hindi mo na pinatagal ha. Talaga you told them right away ha.
I mean that part was a blur to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I can't remember specifically how the conversation happened, how the fighting happened, how the yelling happened. I really forgot.
Pero were you
The
able
only
to tell them how you felt at that time?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah.
Because yun lang naman ang kailangan.
But I just remember the conclusion of it was I moved out.
Dinala mo lahat ng mga gamit na binili ng daddy mo para sa'yo.
Oh yeah.
Tigas na mukha mo, bro.
Well, at the same time,
parang, sorry ha.
kapal ng mukha.
I know. Parang yung anak ko si Heaven, lumayas.
Yeah?
Oo, ganun talaga yung mga bata eh. Diba? Lumayas. I'm done with you, Dad. I'm leaving.
What?
Kita ko talaga, pinapanood namin siya lumabas ng parking lot. Oh. Sabi ko, ayop po. Ako nagbigay ng coaching yan.
Wow. Yes, and I was also using the coche that they bought for me as well. And also all of the microphone, the Pro
Right?
Tools rig, the guitar. I brought all of them as if it was mine.
Okay, so you left. Tapos?
Tapos yun. Tapos
And the reason why I want to talk about this is because we're not the only kids na naglayas eh. Ginawa ko rin naman yun eh. Mine, if I may share, sabi ng mami
yes,
ko.
I wanna know that.
Wala, sabi lang niya, may rehearsal kami ni na JJ. Sabi niya, hindi ka alis, grounded ka. Sabi ko, may rehearsal kami. To her, it was just like a little hobby. That was my life.
Tug lang.
Diba?
Yeah.
Sabi niya, okay, pag ikaw, pinili mo mag-rehearse, lumayas ka, dalhin mo lahat ng gamit mo at huwag ka nang bumalik. Punta ako sa rehearsal, dala-dala ko yung gamit ko. Dahil wala na akong balak bumalik.
Wow.
Ganun talaga eh. You have to be into it 100% eh.
Oh yeah.
Diba?
Oh yeah.
So ikaw, so when you left, kotse ka, dala-dala mo na lahat ng gamit mo, saan ka pupunta?
To move in with my girlfriend.
Oh, what a good excuse. So pag-usap muna kayo ng girlfriend mo na, malamang lalayas ako rito, dyan muna ako titira sa'yo.
It just happened naturally then because also she was living by herself naman
Yeah.
then. So, you know, like
Typical musician, no? Nakikitira sa girlfriend.
yeah. Yeah. So but really to me even after all of the confrontation and the fights, I know I have made the right decision.
Yeah, good.
I would look back to that day and I would still say until now, I would do it all over again. I would fight anyone who would stop me from being in the driver's seat of my own life.
Una-una, hindi ka naman, like, how do I say it? Singer ng Introvert, si Jonathan Buencamino. His wife is very supportive. Not to say my wife isn't supportive of what I do. Actually, all the wives are, no? But when questioned, when people would ask Jonathan Buencamino, buti pinapayagan kang magbanda pa rin ng asawa mo. Ang sagot ni Jonathan is, di naman ako ng bababae. Di naman ako nagda-drugs. Di naman ako nagsusugal o umiinom. Ito lang ang ginagawa ko. Ito yung gusto kong gawin. Like in your case,
Yes.
di naman masama yung ginagawa mo.
No, not at all. It really is not. It's not.
So when did your parents realize na you are not gonna bend?
I guess when I moved out, I don't know how the house looked like after I left. I don't know how the house looked like, but
You haven't been back.
no, I did go back. Yeah.
Have you reconciled?
Yeah. But not through like a honest conversation, but more of just like
may tosino rito, gusto mo kumain. Parang ganon.
Exactly. Not tocino, sinigang. Sinigang na baboy. Oh. So good.
Kahit anong tigas, may sinigang kami rito, gusto mo dadaan ako mamaya.
Yep. Exactly. Through those moments, yeah.
You guys never talked about it anymore, about you and music and...
No, but the support is like fully there now. They finally understood that.
How does it feel na sinusuportahan ka ng mommy at daddy mo? And you know what, for them to do that for you, I hope you understand that's their humility.
It's liberating. It's liberating for sure. It fills me with so much freedom that I now get to freely move and decide what I want to do with my life and know that there is going to be a safety net that would catch me.
And you know what, yung confidence, no? All of a sudden, confidence.
Yes. Oh, exactly. Yes, 100%. Confidence is there. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Advice to parents na may ganon. Hindi naman nila talaga kinokontrol yung anak nila. They think they know what's best for the child, right?
I know they speak out of love, yes.
Mm-hmm. What can you advise those parents who speak out of love because natatakot sila na ayaw nilang pumalpak yung mga anak nila and yung mga anak tuloy na frustrate?
What I can tell parents for sure is that you really cannot control a human being. The best thing that you can do really is to accept that at some point in your life, your child is not going to follow you anymore and they will make their own decisions. So instead of going against that, why not guide them? Because when you control them, you're actually inhibiting them from doing the best that they can do.
For themselves.
But instead, if you would let them go for what they want and you support them, they will fly higher than you could ever see them fly.
Galing, oh. Is that how you produce songs also? You just let the artists do what they want and then you guide them or you micromanage them when you produce?
Wasn't that supposed to be the other way around? Yung mga artists that I produce for, they give me like full artistic freedom to actually like record their songs. And for some reason it just really works out perfectly. They give me like a reference track and what vibe they want, but ultimately they don't micromanage me, and I don't also micromanage them. I would just like record them and then maybe ask for like these kinds of vocals and these kinds of harmonies and how many times do you want to double them. But I've never really felt caged by an artist.
Because the reality is, producers tend to cage the artist.
Really?
Ikaw ang producer eh.
I've never caged any of my artists.
Exactly.
I don't think so.
Pero ang galing, di ba? Because, kumbaga, yung sa buhay mo nung bata ka, ang producer mo, mami at daddy mo eh.
And they did produce me.
And I know, right? But they were trying to produce the song of your life.
That's the thing. Yeah.
And then eventually, ikaw na nagsabi, no, I'm gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then now, ikaw, you have full control over your artist's creative idea or songs na ginawa. Let's say si Clarence, okay, or si Marvin Morales comes with a song, Hilaw. It's just a guitar track and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And says, Rasec Marc, please do your magic on this song. So now you have free reign, di ba? You're gonna do it. And then they go, you know what? No. I want it to sound this way. Ganyan. Where will that conversation lead? May mag-walk out bang isa? Or do you have the capacity now to say?
Well, for me, I feel like one thing that I do like highlighting about myself is, initially I had a very poor ability to communicate. But this time, like, my communication is something that I like to highlight about myself.
Like
So-
right now, I mean,
so-
okay I'm very articulate. I'm
So
galing.
yeah, so the way that I would talk to them is actually more. It's less about this is what I want to do, but it's more of like, this is what is going to help both of us. So it really
Yeah.
like switches the frame of the conversation in from I am going to counter your suggestions into something that is more of like an invite. Why don't we do this? How about, I feel like it would still, for example, it would still keep the vibe that you want if we could still try and add this element to the verse or something like that. And they're always open to it. So I've never really been placed in a position that requires someone to walk out or some confrontation to happen.
Who would you like? I mean, sige, bago ko tanungin to because I'm curious now. But let's talk Clarence. I-cross episode natin, let's talk Clarence. What did you like about producing Clarence?
Very open-minded siya. And when it's time for her to do her job, she elevates it.
Explain that part because
So-
that's alam ko na yan but for the audience, what does that mean?
So after I would create the track for her, I already imagined how her vocals would sound like. I imagined how the dynamics is going to happen. I imagine how she switches from this soft voice to a more belting voice. And then all of a sudden she starts singing and I cross out everything that I have imagined for myself because she is doing way better than I imagined it. And that's,
So you know when to shut up.
I do know when to shut up, yes. And I shut up a lot, actually. Yeah. And yeah, and for all of the songs that we've done, it's just, I'm proud of them. There's nothing that I want to change about any of them, actually.
Si Marvin ba, have you produced him?
Yes.
Garth Garcia.
Garth, no.
Who else have you produced?
Jules Grazer.
Yeah, yung latest ni Jules.
Yung One in
One
a
in a
Million.
Million.
Yes, that was me.
I love that song, Rasec.
Thank you. It was a good song to begin
Pucha,
with, so
oo,
a good
pero-
song produces itself.
I know, pero ang ganda. He sang that. Nagsama kami sa... Shout out to Jules, by the way. Nagkita kami sa sa isang event and he sang it. Sabi ko, ganda nitong kanta na to. Good job. Let's talk about One in a Million, which is on Spotify, by the way. What was the process like? Like, how did he present that to you? A cappella?
It was a track of a guitar and vocals.
Like, does Jules play the guitar?
It was already recorded by someone else, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So the demo was there already, and he did tell me, I don't know why, but things were also just aligning well already. Because days before that, I was already listening to Never Enough by what show was that? The Greatest Showman, and then he comes to me with this track.
Nagusto niya parang ganon.
Yeah, and then it's almost like I was able to see both of these
Sino ba
two
nag-show?
ideas.
Hugh Jackman ba yun?
Hugh Jackman,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And I just imagined that both of these ideas marry each other from One in a Million into a little inspiration from Never Enough. Have all of these strings and the orchestral.
Tapos pataas pa ng pataas yung dulo.
Yes. And then he says, just produce this song for me. And I feel like we'll just keep the acoustic guitar and blah, blah, blah. And so I'm like, okay, so you're basically telling me that I have full freedom on what I want to do with this. And then you're basically going to sing on top of the production that I will give you. And
He said yes.
yes. And then so I created the track for him and he fell in love. He fell in love.
Ganda nun eh. Oh, who else? Si Jules. We'll put that link sa description. So,
Zach Aquino.
Zach Aquino.
That was also another one. He rented a studio for us to meet up in, and I thought he had a song already, like a from start to end song. And when we met up, he was like, "Bro, I have a poem."
Poem lang pala.
Poem, yeah. And I was like, "Bro, I thought you have a song." And then and that was in my head, but I didn't really say it out loud. Now he's gonna see this.
I know. Now he knows.
Bro, let's songwrite together. And so I had the assumption that he had a song ready.
Right.
And so I was asking him like, "Bro, can you sing it? Can you sing it?" And it's like, "It's a poem." And so it's like, okay, so I know where we are at now.
Right.
We need to go back even
2
further
steps,
back. Yeah, not through the song. Yeah. So we actually did write the song together. I came up with the chords with him and came up with the melody. We finished the song in under 2 hours.
Nice.
And then he just tells me like, "Bro, you know what? I feel like this vibe should have like a guitarra vibe by Parokya ni Adro,
Yeah.
I believe, yeah." And so made the track for him. Also had free reign on what I wanted to do. And then after I finished the track, he was like, "Bro, it sounds amazing, but I feel like I want to incorporate some violins in it."
Sabi niya.
Yeah. And then so he brought this friend into the studio, Carlo, salute
Shout
you,
out.
bro. And he records the violin, and that's how everything came about.
So, you're in the studio practically every day.
Yeah, every conceivable day.
Who works with you? May apprentice ka? Is it just a one-man show?
My apprentice, his name is Rasec Marc as well.
So, ikaw talaga?
Ako talaga lahat, yeah.
Dang, burnout. How do you deal with that?
Ooh. So, one of the things that I have...
So ngayon, tayo mo ta, bago mo tuloy yan. So ngayon, alam mo na kung bakit nagsastruggle ka as an artist, no? Kasi...
yeah, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense.
Okay. So, going back, like, ano yung process? Di ba? Parang, what do you do? How do you deal with all the projects that are coming your way? Kasi wala kang apprentice one-man show ka eh.
None. I just really try to work fast as I can.
Without compromising quality.
Of course not. Never. When I say work fast, is I commit fast. I don't overthink things anymore. I used to overthink my productions before, and it just puts me in a.
Let's talk about that. Ang ganda na sinabi mong yan because commitment yan eh, di ba? I told you a while ago. Pinag-usapan natin yung word na commitment, consistency, all those things.
Yeah.
Normally when you overthink, sabihin hindi ka nagko-commit dahil feeling mo there's something better, always better to the point na nabuburo yung project.
Yeah.
Right? How did you get over that? Without compromising quality. Because ang negative niyan is, pwede na yan. Diba? You don't want to be there, right?
Oh yeah. Because I have noticed that when I leave these recordings, for example, guitar, bass, drums, and other elements, and I just leave it open for me to be like, I want to change this, I want to change that, and then now all of a sudden I have all of these choices, and I'm just left with the paradox of choice. I end up not doing anything. So, in a way, one thing that I have also learned that aligns to my character development as well, it also affected how I work with my productions. And so there's always this one word that I have been brewing in my head for the past year now, and that is surrender.
Explain.
Surrender to me is I know I have been saying that we should like take control of our lives.
Right.
be in the driver's seat of our own lives. But another thing that I have found, that I have learned, that is also on the end of the spectrum but marries well with this idea, is the word surrender, which means I don't want to take control of my life because I know I am in good hands. You know, because like in so many ways, when we really try and control every aspect of our lives, surrender to me is knowing and accepting that I cannot fully control everything.
Nice.
There will be things in life that I cannot fully control.
And tatanggapin mo na lang.
And I just have to really accept that. If people are not gonna like my songs, people are not gonna like the productions, so be it. You know? And that's what I've learned when I actually went back to the Philippines in 2019.
Before the pandemic,
Before the pandemic.
Why'd you go back?
For vacation lang.
Bohol then.
Bohol. We went to a lot of places.
Oh, nice.
El Nido, Coron, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So really, Coron and El Nido taught me a lot about surrender. With just like the display of their nature picturesque, it has taught me so much about surrender. And that moment was, I was kayaking with my brother and sister and her friends as well. And as we were kayaking in between these beautiful limestone mountains that were surrounding us, I just got to look around and really witness beauty at its finest. And I really thought to myself, like, everything that has happened in my life so far, though I have, in a way, taken control of my own life, I fully acknowledge that I have been really blessed in life. And I am now witnessing all of these things.
Right.
All of this beautiful nature. And I have absolutely nothing to do with it. It was nothing that I actually did. You know, I am living in one of the best places in the world, in California, LA, and I actually have nothing to do with that. It was nothing that I did. I get to eat sinigang every single day. No, I'm surrounded by a community of friends that love me and support me. And if I would really think about it, I have absolutely nothing to do with that. So it's like, who the heck am I to think that I can really control everything when I could just simply surrender and know that I am in good hands?
Galing.
Despite going through a stormy season or a season of pain, I just know that the storm will pass if I just surrender it, and I will actually learn something after the storm.
Having all these wisdom, is life more peaceful? By the way, your life is a big paradox, huh?
It's a big... yes. Yeah, that's why I have... Like, I believe in this thing, but at the same time, I believe in the opposite.
Di ba?
It's hard to explain the paradox.
Producer ka, gusto mo maging artist, pero producer ka, pero... alam mo yun?
Take control of your life, pero don't think that you're gonna be in control. You know, just...
Yeah.
Like, what the heck does that mean?
So when you wake up every morning, what are you grateful for?
No, waking up in itself. Yeah.
Very simple,
I have a
no?
soft bed. I'm laying in the soft bed and I get to like simply just reach for an iPhone and you know like
And that's it.
Yeah.
What's in your studio?
I have a bunch of microphones. My favorite one is of course the TLM 103. I have the Apollo.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, the UAD Apollo. My goodness.
Do you use their DAW too?
Pro Tools.
Okay.
I don't Luna. I haven't. I've used Luna once.
Like it?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah. And of course like a MIDI keyboard. And what I like buying a lot are like software plugins.
What's your go-to plugin?
Native Instruments.
I know, right?
I love Native Instruments. I bought a bunch
The whole
of their
complete?
bundles and stuff. Yeah.
Do you use machine also? Like, anong keyboard ng Native Instrument?
It's the complete control.
complete control.
The complete control. They also have like the machine.
Yeah.
Machine.
Sorry, push. I use push. I use Ableton push.
Oh, that's the yeah. It does look like a machine though.
I know. Ang machine is a standalone kasi. You can put, right? Oh, hindi katulad to. You have to plug it into the computer.
And the sounds are gonna be accessed in the computer.
Yeah. Ang machine is dun mismo na yan.
Yeah.
So, your production, like when you start laying in, do you still go with a keyboard or guitar? Saan ka mas komportable?
I'm very comfortable with both. I just go for what the song warrants me to do. Because I'm more of a musician that likes doing songs that are organic oriented instruments. Right. But I am also doing songs that are more synthetic and more clubby, more EDM, more techno. And so it's like different spectrums of styles, you know? So, but here's the thing, it's like I'm very familiar with my tools. With the tools that I have, with the guitar, with the piano, with the microphones that I have and stuff. So I'm already used to...
It's important, no?
Running to the things that I already know what to do when the song needs this certain type of feel.
Do you need to have a lot of gear, or do you just need to be familiar with the gear that you have?
I would be a hypocrite if I would say the gear that you have, just get used to it. I'll be a hypocrite, but I'll be a hypocrite now. You have to just work with the tools that you have now. You don't need...
Kaya paradox na naman yung sagot mo.
Exactly. Here's the thing. I do believe in not resorting to like the new shiny things, but it's actually, you really have to understand and be familiar with the tools that you have now.
Right.
But the paradox behind it is, don't also stay stagnant. Keep investing in your business. So buy more shiny stuff.
Rasec Marc, ang gulo mo.
I know. Just like life. Life is always gonna be magulo.
Yeah, that's true. So what's next for you?
I'm excited. I'm gonna be releasing more songs. I'm gonna start playing shows as well. And I wanna start expanding my fan base even more.
Right.
In my artistry domain. But at the same time still maintaining the care that I have for my artist friends.
Oh, so how do you produce you?
I overthink.
Another paradox. Ladies and gentlemen, Rasec Marc Ortega. Don't forget to subscribe, to like. Lalagay po namin lahat ng kanyang social media links sa description. Kaya please support Rasec Marc Ortega.